Every historic monument tells us a story about its glorious past. Today, we are visiting Elagandal Fort, one of the important heritage structures of the Karimnagar district. This fort is closely connected to the history of the Kakatiya rulers, who were known for their strong administration and excellent architectural planning. From the front view itself, we can clearly understand the massive structure of this fort. The Kakatiya rulers usually selected elevated locations near rivers to construct forts for better protection and security. One of the most important architecture features of the Elagandal fort is its 8 gateways. These gateways were designed carefully for defensive purposes during ancient times. Soldiers stayed near these entrances to monitor people entering the fort. These gates were not constructed in a straight line. Instead, they were arranged in a curved pattern to slow down enemy movement inside the fort. During attacks, these gates helped protect the fort from sudden enemy entry. This type of gateway planning clearly shows the intelligence and engineering skills of the Kakatiya rulers. This place was used to store weapons for soldiers who protected the fort. It shows that Elagandal fort played an important military role during ancient times. Inside the fort, we can see long stone steps which help the soldiers move from one level to another. It is believed that there are around 300 stone steps leading towards the upper parts of the fort. These steps connected different defensive sections of the fort and help the soldiers move quickly during emergency situations. Inside Elagandal fort, we can see several jail structures which were used to keep prisoners during ancient times. First, we can see these closed jail cells built with thick stone walls and very little light entering inside. Next, we can see open jail areas where prisoners were kept under the observation of the guards. These structures clearly show how strong and disciplined the security system of the fort was during that time. From the top of the Elagandal fort, we can clearly observe the surrounding regions. This helps soldiers watch enemy movements from long distances and protect the fort more efficiently. The Mane river flowing near Elagandal fort provided an important water source for the people living inside the fort. This bathing area shows that proper facilities were available inside the fort for daily life activities. Inside Elagandal fort, we can also see this masjid, which was built by rulers who came after the Kakatiya period. This structure shows that the fort continued to remain important even during later dynasties. The presence of this masjid reflects how different rulers used Elagandal fort in different time periods and added their own architectural features to the fort complex. This pathway is known as Swaranga Margam. It was used as a secret route during emergency situations. Passages show the advanced defensive planning followed by the builders of the fort. Inside Elagandal fort, we can see narrow tunnel-like pathways connecting different parts of the fort. These passages were specially designed to help soldiers move safely from one section to another during emergency situations. They also help soldiers reach open areas of the fort quickly without being noticed easily. These pathways are narrow and covered. They provide the protection while moving during enemy attacks. Such tunnel pathways clearly show the intelligent defensive planning followed by the builders of the fort during the Kakatiya period. Inside the fort, we can also see temples like this Hanuman temple. It reflects the religious beliefs followed during the Kakatiya period. At the top of the Elagandal fort, we can see several large cannons placed along the defensive walls. These cannons were placed at higher locations so soldiers could observe enemy movements from long distances. From this elevated position, they could protect the fort more efficiently during attacks. These massive round defensive walls show the strength and durability of the fort construction and reflect the excellent architectural planning followed during ancient times. Elagandal Fort stands today as a powerful symbol of the architectural strength and historical importance of the Kakatiya period in the Karimnagar region. While visiting the historic fort, we were able to observe its strong gateways, massive defensive walls, secret pathways, temples, and many other important structures that reflect the planning and lifestyles of the people during ancient times. Heritage sites like Elagandal Fort are not only symbols of the past, but they are also valuable sources of knowledge for future generations. Through this visit, we were experienced how learning history directly from monuments can be more meaningful and interesting than learning only from textbooks.
From the strength of Elagandala fort under the Kakatiya dynasty, let's now move to the Nagunur temple complex, where numerous temples were built as symbols of their victories and devotion reflecting their rich cultural heritage.
Among the remaining structures of the Nagunur temple complex stands the remarkable Trikutalay, a fine example of Kakatiya architecture. As we step into the temple, we begin to witness the architectural brilliance and spiritual significance of this historic structure. The term Trikutalay refers to a temple with three sanctums, each dedicated to different deities, reflecting a unique and thoughtful design. Every part of the temple reflects artistic excellence and the rich cultural heritage of that era. The walls are adorned with intricate carvings and detailed sculptures showcasing the exceptional craftsmanship of the Kakatiya artisans. Even the smaller details like the beautifully carved floral patterns add elegance and uniqueness to the structure. The presence of ancient sculptures, including those associated with Rudramadevi, highlights the legacy of one of the most powerful rulers of the Kakatiya dynasty. It reflects the strength, leadership, and cultural richness of that period. Trikutalay stands today as a timeless symbol of history, devotion, and architectural brilliance.
While the original Trikutalay reflects the brilliance of ancient craftsmanship, time has gradually affected its structure. To preserve this heritage, a new Trikutalay is currently being constructed nearby. This new structure is not just a reconstruction, but a continuation of the architecture knowledge of the Kakatiya dynasty. It follows the same design principles, including the three sanctum layout and traditional architecture style. The carvings and structural elements reflects the deep understanding of symmetry, strength, and aesthetics in ancient times. A unique feature of this temple is its compound wall, which displays engraved representation of Shiva temples from different parts of the world. These sculptures shows the wide cultural and spiritual influence of Shivaism. This shows the ancient knowledge is not lost but continues to live on through generations. Exploring the further within the Nagunur complex, we come across another unique structure known as Chikati Gudi. The name Chikati Gudi means dark temple, as the interior remains dimly lit, creating a calm and mysterious atmosphere. This temple is built during the period of Kakatiya dynasty. The temple reflects advanced architectural knowledge in its design and structure. It is designed with three sanctums connected by a common hall, showing a well-planned and balanced layout. Although many sculptures are now damaged over time, the structure still stands as a fine example of ancient architecture design. It reflects how space, light, and structure were carefully planned in ancient times.
Similar to Chikatigudi, there are other smaller structures within the Nagunur temple complex that reflect the same architectural style. This is one such small temple where no idol is present now and its original identity is not clearly known. Over time, it has not been actively maintained as a place of worship and is now used for the local purposes. Despite this, the structure still showcases the craftsmanship and design principle of the Kakatiya dynasty.